My background from a diverse community in California has prepped me adequately to be a student leader representing every student here on campus, which is something I take pretty seriously. If elected to student body president, I am the representative for every student on campus. That doesn't matter their political opinion, their background, or where they come from. I am their representative, and I take that very seriously. So to enhance that culture, I want to be welcoming to every student, no matter where they come from. I want to be clear that I am their representative. I'm there for them, and I'm here to help them with whatever they need. It's, maybe it's extra money for their group, or maybe it's just support and showing up to their events and promoting what they show here on campus. And as their student body president, I want to be accessible to every group, no matter what. I've been a senator for 2 years, and I've been in the ASUO for 3. So that's really how I've been engaged with different student groups here on campus, because the ASUO funds so many over 200 student programs. Since I've been involved in that financial process for so long, I have gotten to know a few groups, and the groups that come to Senate, a lot of them recognize me. I have like a rapport with a lot of them, and when they come to Senate, it's a pretty intimidating process, I guess you say, and there's a lot of bureaucracy. There's a lot of different steps you have to take to get funding, to secure funding for your event or extra money for your group and stuff like that. And because I've been on the Senate for so long, a lot of them recognize me. A lot of them are comfortable with me. So we do meet outside the Senate, and I help prep them for what questions might be asked, what kinds of things should they fill in their form, what things should they emphasize in their presentation. So in terms of what you ask, that's how I've been directly involved in campus, and I think with that experience, it serves me well to be elevated to the position of student body president. In terms of giving more student unions a voice, there's so many new student groups, and the problem with ASUO bureaucracy is, no matter how large it is, no matter how well supported it is, you can only start with $300. And say if a new student group comes in and they have a lot of members, and they want to put on these great events with with lots of attendance, they need more than $300 to do that, honestly.
Yeah,
and it'd be a lot. It's pretty small for a good event. Again, and I recognize this. So one of the things that I want to do, if elected, is make it easier for those new student groups to secure more funding to put on those events. Because there are great student groups coming in, honestly, but they're new, and they haven't had time to navigate the bureaucracy of the ASUO, navigate the financial process and all sorts like that. So making it easier for them to secure more funding would only enhance the event they want to put on, get more events on campus, and get them better publicized. And that's one of the main reasons how I want to do that. As student body president, I do have the authority to make proposals, explain to Senate, and ratify a change in the ASUO Green Tape Notebook. And what the Green Tape Notebook is the Constitution of the ASUO, where all the rules are and stuff like that. Making that rule change, making it easier for groups to secure funding like that is the one tangible way that I can make it easier and enhance things like that.
You talk a lot about football tickets,
yeah,
and student parking.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that's equally important and relevant to minorities that maybe?
Yeah, and I talk about them a lot, but it doesn't mean that they're more important than another. All issues, I think, on my platform are equally important to me, and they all have the same amount of intensity in terms of what I want to accomplish. I wouldn't ever place one goal over another. I want to accomplish all of them. I treat them all the same. In terms of what you're asking, I think the EMU and our goals at the EMU is what echoes more to student groups. The EMU it's where we are right now, and it's a labyrinth. It isn't conducive to functional meeting spaces, room for offices, and again, I keep emphasizing all these new student groups that want to come in, and the university keeps expanding, and one of the things that we need to do to accommodate that is make more meeting spaces and secure more rooms for groups to meet. And what we're focusing on is the new EMU that we want to be built. Even though it won't be constructed during our tenure at the university, next year we will have such a huge say. We will have so much influence in how it will be built and what projects will be emphasized. And one of the things we want to do is make sure that there's enough functional meeting space and enough offices so we can accommodate all the new student groups that want to meet and all the student groups that need meeting space to function properly. I wanted to make it easier for new student groups to get funding, because I see how hard it is. I see how bureaucratic the process can be, and I can see how confusing the financials are in this whole the whole ASUO budgeting season. I see those problems, and that's how I wanted to fix them. I want to make it easier for student funding, change the rules, streamline the process, and use my experience in that capacity to make it easier for student groups to get that funding. And again, through my experience, I saw that the university was 13 months late on the diversity plan, and through my experience, I know that the influential power that the ASUO executive wields over the administration. So I think that through those experiences and those two goals on my platform, that's how my experience directly related to those tangible results, which I hope to achieve next year.